Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the King's Dilemma Chronicles. This is a game that I got as a review key and I am super excited to continue on in. I was last playing a couple days ago and I've been excited to play more, but sadly it's so much narrating that I can only do so much in a day, you know? Okay, so we got A Tale of Sorrow, which I don't... The Truth Keepers is even worse though. This is also the Truth Keepers. Iron That Pieces... Okay, the Chalice in the Desert is the one that's the most interesting to me, but this one continues it. Ooh, okay, let's do this one. The way indicated by the golden map is blocked by a monumental gate fortress bridging two mountains. The building is half ruined, but there's no way around it. It is inhabited by a small community called the Gatekeepers, who demand a huge quantity of food to allow us through their gates. The High Commander says that the only alternative is to go through by force. We must proceed at all costs. Do we pay the Gatekeepers to pass through the fortress? We're actually working both ways, so we'll just keep going with what everyone else wants. The battle is short but cruel. The Gatekeepers fight to the last man. Once it is over, the mountain pass is ours. Inside the ruins of the gate, we find a hall decorated with a large golden sun, seemingly ancient. Some scholars think the ruins belong to the fabled Sun Empire, and they'll spend more time there to study them. After we exterminate the Gatekeepers in the Nebula Mountains, the local tribes have started to hate us. Oh no. After all the trials and tribulations of their journey, the expedition reaches a deep jungle. Things go relatively smoothly from then on. Despite the hardships of travel, the exhausted voyagers eventually reach a grand golden temple. The structure is entirely coated with thick plates of the finest gold, and the expeditioners wonder in awe where so much gold comes from. The temple looks abandoned and in ruin, and there is no trace of fabled fountain of flowing gold from the legends. But the temple walls are intricately inscribed and worth studying. A long but safe route is established to allow groups of our most eminent scholars to visit the incredible temple and learn its secrets. Ooh. This one really interests me. Oh, but we didn't want to move up. Okay, we gotta be real careful. That's okay. That will increase knowledge. Let's go ahead and do this one. Now that we have control of the Golden Temple, we have more funds to spend. The people want to organize a festival, but the High Commander believes that money would be better spent to upgrade and refit the army with new weapons, as we have become a more tempting target. Do we invest our funds in the Golden Temple and army improvements? Yeah. Actually, that is ideal for our wants here. We upgrade the old military equipment to the highest standards and provide the nutritious rations to the soldiers. Their energy and combat effectiveness soars. Oh no. Oh no. I got some points. Okay. I don't know. I think moderate might be fun to try. We can start on Research Libra's Geology, which is studying terrain around the capital of Ankis will allow the construction of underground structures and temples. Yeah, we'll go for that. And this one finished. Alright. Looks good. I don't know, man. Okay. We'll go ahead and continue onwards with these. Scholars made a rough interpretation of the inscriptions in the Golden Temple. They reveal a complex ritual that allegedly allows extraction of pure gold from human blood. The royal treasurer believes the mining the gold plates from the temple would be profitable enough, and wants to erase the knowledge of this horrible ritual. Do we destroy the hellish wisdom about the golden ritual? I agree, we do not. While studying the inscriptions about the ritual, our scholars find additional carvings. One depicts 8 counselors apparently exiling a knight, a woman with a chalice in her hand. Meanwhile, our scholars prepare to test the ritual. A convicted criminal chained within a cauldron is used as a test subject for the strange ritual. The fire is lit under him and exotic components are poured inside. After seemingly endless amount of screaming, a shimmery flux of liquid gold starts slowly dripping out of the victim's flesh, flowing out of the cauldron through a spout. We can now extract pure gold from human blood. Unfortunately, sacrifices seem to be inevitable, as the ritual requires a lot of blood, and mixing blood from multiple subjects causes it to fail. Alchemists are excited about finally learning how to turn less noble elements into gold, but many believe we've gone too far. Yeah, probably. The last chapter of each storyline will award cohesion or dissent points. These represent the amount of order and chaos in the kingdom, and they will serve as the starting point for the uprising. We got dissent for that one. I know. Alright. I don't know what we want to do next. I'm having fun with this storyline, so I kind of want to keep it going. Oh. Unenthused by unsubstantiated rumors blown out of proportion, which claim that more golden cities are to be found south of the Golden Temple, the Tribune is advocating for the launch of another expedition into the unknown. The cost and risk of such endeavor are great and uncertain, while its success is unlikely. Do we launch another Golden City expedition? Definitely. I'm gonna go against them. I want it. We took a gamble with the golden map and it paid off handsomely in the end. We may as well invest a small bit of that money if there's a chance to gain even more, however slim that may be. A new expedition leaves Libra after quick preparations to enthusiastic chants from the crowd. The quest for more golden cities in the south proved to be a journey with no return. Not one of those who left ever came back. Oh. That's awkward. It's okay. I'm kind of curious about this one, but we should probably work through the Tale of Sorrow as well. We'll do Truth Keepers, why not? A beautiful lady suddenly appears at court unannounced. She's very young with blonde hair and dark eyes, and she claims to be the alleged witch of the Hedgehog Woods. My name is Isadora. I have no supernatural powers. I just use my intellect to solve problems. Protect me from your fearful rabble and I will be at your service. Together we will enter a new era of progress for arts and knowledge. Do we welcome Isadora, the alleged witch, at court? Ooh, that could be bad. It could be bad, but I don't want to use the points. Thanks for convincing words. Isadora is allowed to join the court. The scholars of the kingdom are happy to indulge their unfailing curiosity about our strange ways, disregarding the vehement protests of superstitious people. Isadora seems very young, except for her dark eyes, which betray wisdom and experience beyond her age. She wears a mantle of black leaves, long enough to touch the ground. We assign her a small quarter in the palace, where she spends most of her time working in solitude. Over the following months, she feverishly writes books and essays whose meaning eludes most. She even builds weird contraptions, claiming they will do wonders. Servants and scholars start to regularly ask for her help with several matters, but the most superstitious claim is she is only defiling the court. Oh, we reached another one of these eclipses. So are we gonna have the next person in the court now because they did that thing? Also, like, how do we befriend people? So it just costs some and we can form an alliance. Okay. What is ours? Force goes strong. I feel like this guy could probably be good for us. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Fosters society equality in the kingdom. Interesting. How do I increase my relationship with them? Was that explained and I just missed it? Hold on. Facility. Relationship with the council. Okay. So you have to, like, vote with or against them. Got it. So that also impacts, like, what you want to vote. Okay. Ooh, let's keep going with this Isidora story. After months of feverish efforts, Isidora's discoveries and inventions are bringing a newfound prosperity to the kingdom, despite the perplexities of the superstitious. Now the witch is gravely ill and asks for a rare and precious herb from the merchants of Kasuk. Do we retrieve the herb to cure the gravely ill Isidora? I agree that we should. Ah, I see. So we're moving in this direction with them, these guys. Oh, so you can change what they vote too. Okay. When we give her the precious herb, Isidora goes to bed with an unnervingly large smile. Despite this, she never wakes up. It was not a medicine she wanted, but a sweeter, merciful end to an incurable disease. At least she provided us with one last bit of knowledge, the real purpose of the rare herb. Our scholars start studying Isidora's notes and scribbles, and experimenting with her discoveries. Even though she has left us, her work will be a precious testament to her genius, and her documents will be archived in the Royal Library in their entirety. Few can deny that all the negative things people said about her were utterly wrong. Her name is bound to inspire scholars for generations to come. Her latest discovery, a weird contraption called the Farscope, promises to reveal secrets hidden very far away, is rapidly revolutionizing the way we look at the world. Ooh. I see, this is how it works. Okay. Alright. So we could continue that. I think getting this one would be fun. This one does cost some of this points, but I don't really care too much. Man, too bad we weren't doing the extremist one here. Like, look at this. Feels bad. The Chamberlain reports that after visiting the royal palace, the son of the ambassador from the Republic of Copius has contracted a dire fever. The ambassador is now asking for our help to find a cure. Our scholars suggest that we consult Isidora's medical treatise, but the cult suggests that we resort to traditional rites to cure the boy. Do we rely on Isidora's studies to help the sick ambassador's son? We do it and we don't know what happens. We don't do it. And yeah, I mean, we'll do it. As scholars suggested by Isidora's treatise, as suggested, our scholars put a wet cloth over the son's forehead and placed 2 disgustingly fat leeches on his temples. The next morning, the ambassador rejoices as his son appears to be healed. Isidora's studies saved his life. The holy attendant, however, thinks his soul has died and leeches now live within him. Oh shoot, that moved me way up. Okay, I see. So that technically moved the knowledge way up. Okay. Abnet. Okay. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's part of a tale of sorrow. Sure, I'll check it out. The people of Abnet, a village along the Abney River, complain that its waters have become gray as ash. After irrigating the fields with these waters, their wheat turned gray, and the bread obtained from it has the same uninviting color too. Many blame Muir for pouring their cheap wheat into the Abney, but they deny it. Do we impose sanctions on Muir? Yeah. Oh, but that brings us up, and I really can't have us being brought up more. Without concrete proof of their guilt, we cannot sanction Muir. This harms our reputation in the eyes of other kingdoms, but we can't afford to start a war over a minor incident while hunger is haunting the cities of Tyrrell. The poorest outcasts are still forced to eat bread produced from the grey wheat. Because of its uninviting color, they call it ash bread. Our weak response to the Murian wheat incident has severely undermined our reputation with other countries. Oh no. Ash bread is uninviting to most, but is a gift for the starving outcasts who can finally afford something to eat. While those effects were hidden at first, regular consumption over a prolonged time causes sickly grayish spots on the skin around the lips and down the belly. Oh no. This mark is now visible on many of the beggars from Vandus. People start calling them ashers, and many claim they are prone to violent outbursts. The rising tensions cause many incidents, and superstitious people even believe that their souls now belong to strange old gods. Ashers, however, claim they are just discriminated against for their visible mark of poverty. Alright. I had to move it down though. Technically I didn't, but I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. Oh, let's look at this one. This sounds interesting. Our spies have discovered that the gray wheat disease was caused by an experimental fertilizer invented by the disreputable Muran scholar Euclides? I don't know. The kingdom of Muir knew, but decided to hide the truth from us. This leaves no other choice but to go to war. Do we send an assassin after the inventor of the great grain? Oh, definitely. It does move us up, which isn't great, but let's do it. We do not tread lightly against those that protect the enemies of the kingdom. A few days later, the news that Euclides was found dead, drowned in his own fertilizer, is widely reported. The Murians unleashed the ash bread plague upon us, by utter incompetence, if not with fraudulent intent. Even worse, they tried to hide the truth from us. We have no choice but to declare war. We'll have to prepare for battle. We live. There we go. What is... Ah, I have a new one I can do here. Study techniques for extracting information. Interesting. Alright. I do not know what I want to focus on here. There's so much I can do. You know? Let's do this one. The alchemist Zosimos may have found a way to refine the process of extracting gold out of blood. It may spare us from performing so many sacrifices, but he needs criminals to test the improvements on. During these tests, no gold would be produced and subjects would still die, but the potential future benefits are great. Do we allow Zosimos, the alchemist, to improve the ritual? Oh, definitely. Terrible screams are heard while Zosimos tests the variation of different parameters on his criminal subjects. However, the results of his study are outstanding, as the efficiency of the ritual is magnified by a factor of 10. Zosimos optimized the blood conversion. We can now produce much gold from a single person, and fewer sacrifices are necessary. That's good. Alright. So, I want to check the council here. I have you, where I believe we can form an alliance here. Okay, every time you vote against your ally, one heart will break. When the last one breaks, the alliance will be undone, and the relationship will return to its default value. Every ally who is not part of the council will lose 2 hearts at the end of the reign. Ooh. So, I can remove people from the council too. Like this guy, my nemesis. I technically could. Okay. Let's see. I don't know what I want to focus on. We'll keep going with this. Scholar Lydimus has discovered a secret chamber in the temple containing hundreds of golden leaves, minutely inscribed in the old language. He is translating them with his most trusted assistants, but progress is slow. He requests help, but the presence of more people near the sacrificial pit is undesirable. This is the kind of secret that can be sold to our enemies for a huge sum. Do we send more scholars to help Lydimus in the secret chamber? Probably gonna do what they say. Yeah. Plus, lowering this is ideal for, like, getting more points and stuff. So, we'll go ahead and do it. We cannot risk details of the secret ritual leaking out, so we refuse to send more scholars. Lydimus keeps translating the scrolls, nevertheless, and is enthralled by their content. They give a full account of the rise and fall of the ancient Sun Empire. But the Chronicles are too numerous for us so few to accurately interpret, so only a few excerpts are translated. Fragment 1. The most powerful among them was the Reign of the Chalice. Once it peacefully joined our empire, it became our door to the west. To maintain the peace, marriage was arranged between the daughter of the Chalice King and the first son of the greatest family in the Sun Empire. Fragment 2. After some centuries, the entire continent was ours. A council of the 9 most influential families was formed to rule over the empire. One of them, Ray of the Chalice Province, claimed to have found a way to make them immortal, but the price was they would have to pay with their own children. Yikes. Sometimes after solving a dilemma, the scholars of Libra will discover a mystery. Mysteries are important discoveries that shed light on past kingdoms and civilizations. Each storyline has its own mystery to uncover. Okay. So, how do I see the mystery? Oh, it's the fragments. Okay. So doing each of them is kind of useful because you can do that. This one is just so interesting. I love this chalice one. It's so interesting. Alright. An ancient scroll discovered in the Golden Temple hypothesizes that every ounce of gold in the world originated from the dark ritual we discovered. The guildmaster wants to hide this idea because it may reflect badly on the image of the guilds, who always deal in gold. Do we suppress the gold originating from blood theory? I don't want to break this. So, I guess we have to go with it. We allow the people to learn of this theory and decide for themselves what they want to believe. Believing that all gold comes from someone else's blood makes many less willing to use it as a medium for trade. Okay. Oop. We did. Alright. So moderate tends to get me a lot of points, I feel like. I got an achievement, rough start. What is that for? Start a reign with 3 or more resources and negative balance. Ah, I see. So for that, we could almost go with greedy and just run with it. You know? Though I did really like extremist. Okay, we don't have enough to do any of these. Oh, this is telling me. Okay. Following the growing challenges encountered by the kingdom, the council is expanded and House Bloodin joined the council. Okay. I think that's this one it said? No. This one. Harmony is acceptance. What is my goal again? Unite with another kingdom. Okay. I'm not doing very good at that. Considering we've created multiple wars. It's fine. We can overrule them other ways, right? Right? Anyway, thank you all so much for watching this episode. Let me know what you're thinking of my choices. And yeah, if you've been enjoying, make sure you subscribe to me here on YouTube. You go follow me over on Twitch. I stream there 4 days a week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.